Hi everyone, my name is Sebastien Lagree. I'm the creator and founder of Lagree Fitness. Today I'm with my friend Dave. Dave, how are you? We're gonna do a 45 minute workout on the micro. This is a full body workout on the micro using pretty much every accessories. We have the bungee, we have the straps on the platform and the carriage, we have the micro cables, which are over here that I bring in a minute. We have the inflatable pads, and we also have the micro pulley cables. So pretty much almost every accessories that we have on the micro for a full body workout. So I think you guys are gonna like it. And Dave, let's do it. So we're gonna get started. First exercise is the bungee kick. We're gonna start with the legs. So go ahead, maestro. We're gonna put the left knee on the front platform. We're gonna lift the right leg up. It doesn't matter which strings you have. And then Dave over here is 6'2", so he's going to put his hands on the floor. The most important thing over here is to keep the heel directly above the knee and to press the heel up to the ceiling. And essentially, when you lift the right leg up, you want to push through the heel, keep the heel aligned with the knee, and you don't want to bring the knee all the way down because you're going to lose the tension on the bungee. So just like what Dave is doing, a very short range of motion, keeping really both hips aligned with the shoulders, holding the stomach in to support that lower back. And then here you can have either your elbows on the carriage or you can have your hands on the floor. I'm reminding you that when I designed the micro, I designed the micro for both women and men, and especially men that are taller, because you can actually, like you're gonna see today, we can do many exercises on the floor, essentially using the resistance from the springs, and that's it. So it's a fantastic design. All right, go ahead. We're gonna do this for an extra 10 seconds and then we're gonna hold it. So I like to do this exercise as sometimes as a glute exercise on its own, but also as a warm-up or as a pre-fatigue exercise for the lunge. On the next one, Dave, hold it up right there for 10. That's it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to lose the bungee. We're going to attach one wide spring. I'm bringing the standing pole over here for Dave if he wants to. The next one is called the Escalator Lunge number 2. We're going to keep one wide spring. Perfect. You got it. So Dave is going to keep his left foot on the ground and he's going to put his right foot on the carriage, in the middle of the carriage. Perfect. And he's slowly going to lunge down and out, keeping his chin up. So today we're going to do two types of lunge. One is an intermediary lunge, which is basically the escalator lunge. And then the other one is going to be the express lunge, which is an advanced lunge. Both lunges are going to be performed the same way. You want to keep that knee right above the ankle. So you want to kind of dig into the right leg, hold it at the bottom, and then slowly pull yourself up. And then as you do this, really keeping the shoulders right above the hips, keeping the torso in a silver angle, which is a vertical angle, keeping both hips and shoulders facing forward. And when you lunge down, really bend that right leg. Every single time you lunge down, you want to go deeper and deeper. You can bend the left leg a little bit in order to get the golden angle with the right leg, and then slowly come back up. Perfect. So slow, controlled, continuous, constant tension on the right leg. Good. And of course, as you do this exercise, you want to be breathing constantly because you have the constant stimulation on the muscles. Nice, Dave. That's it. Go a little deeper. Perfect. Right there. And then come back up. Beautiful. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold it at the golden angle and go into the carriage kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so now we're going to hold it right there at the golden angle and we're going to slowly keep the carriage back and forth. Perfect. And when we perform the carriage kicks, you notice that the carriage doesn't move a lot, and that's because you want to stay within a certain range of motion so that your foot doesn't get too far out of alignment in relation to the right knee. Perfect. And then here, Dave, what we're going to do, you're going to bend the left leg a little bit more and then drop the hip down for me. Right there. Nice. And I don't know how you guys can see it, but as soon as he dropped it 1 inch, you could see more glutes and more hamstring. And look at the knee where it is in comparison to the red pole. The right knee is not moving at all, and that's what you're exactly supposed to do. You're supposed to keep that knee completely stationary as you move the carriage back and forth. Beautiful, Dave. That's it. Holding that stomach in. Perfect. And in 10 seconds, you're going to keep both legs bent. You're going to move your body back a little bit, and we're going to go into the pulse. In 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go, right there, and then pulse up and down. There you go. And when we pulse, the carriage is not moving. And then you can drop the left knee down even more and go a little deeper in that exercise. Beautiful, right there. Look at that, guys. That is beautiful. If you can do this for 1 minute, exactly the way Dave is doing it, you're going to get fantastic results. Most of you, when you do the pulse, are too high up on the range of motion. On this one, I really want that hip to be right behind that knee. Beautiful. You have that one wide spring. If it's too difficult, of course, you can have 2 wide spring, 3 wide spring, or even a black spring. Nice. Good job, David. Beautiful. Give me 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into the skating, facing the white brick wall in 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Excellent. That was nice. Okay, for that one, we're going to keep the white spring. I'm going to add the red spring, so we'll have 1 red and 1 white spring. We're going to place the left foot on the platform, right foot on the carriage, and I want both feet to be underneath the straps. So think of the straps as little seatbelt for the feet. And if you don't have them for the micro, I highly recommend them for exercise like the skating. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is when you want to start to use more and more tension, you're going to feel that your feet are sliding all over the place. So the straps is a great way to hold the foot. Thank you, Darwin. I love that shot. Now we have 2 screens. Beautiful. So in that shot over here, you see exactly, I'm going to move out actually of the shot so you can see. The back profile where you can see the knees perfectly above the ankles. So Dave is keeping all his weight back on the heels. He's not leaning forward. So his center of gravity is basically behind the ankles, right? That's where it's at. So you can feel this in the glutes, in the hamstrings. The left leg is not moving, but it's working. So when you do the skating, you are working both legs, but you're working the left leg in an isometric holding way. And then the right leg is actually pushing the carriage, but it's also stabilizing, helping to stabilize the body. If you look at the torso itself, it is not moving. It's not moving forward, backward, sideways. Beautiful. And then slowly pushing the carriage out, keeping total control over the exercise. Beautiful. In 10 seconds, we're going to keep both legs bent, and then we're going to go into a pulse. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there, Dave. Keep both legs bent and pulse. Beautiful. Nice. Excellent. Now let's try to pulse a little lower, please. There you go. Drop the hips down for me a bit more. That's it. And as you go lower, you're going to have to engage your abs a little more. Very nice. And pulse. Beautiful. Excellent. If you want to sit all the way back but you're afraid of falling, you can always reach out for the pole. You can actually touch that pole and then use the pole to counterbalance your own weight. And then, Darwin, can we get a back profile? There you go, like this. Perfect. And I do that. When I skate, many times we'll use the standing pole and then use that so I can really sit all the way back on my heels. Very nice. 10 more seconds, Dave. And then we're going to go back into the bungee kick. And then we'll do bungee, escalator, and skating. So we're going to repeat the same sequence on the other side. And that is going to be the first block. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Go ahead and grab the bungee. Put the bungee around the left foot. Right knee is going to go on the platform. I'll set it for you. There you go. So here we're going to keep the foot flat. Again, we're going to line the ankle with the knee. The tibia is going to remain vertical, and Dave is going to basically lift the heel through the heel. That's it. It's going to push. It's going to push through the heel. There you go. And you can see over here the glutes working perfectly. Great alignment. You can see that the right leg is not moving, the torso is not moving, arms are not moving, only the left leg, and it's a very small range of motion. It's very small flexion. Always keeping tension on the back of the left leg. Beautiful. So like I said earlier, the bungee kick is a great exercise on its own to strengthen, tighten, and tone the glutes. But I use it as a pre-exhaustive exercise. That's the word I was looking for earlier, because I love to do the bungee right before we do the lunge. That way it really brings out the glutes into the lunge exercise, and sometimes it's easier to pull from the back of the thigh when you have done the bungee before it. Nice. And then Dave over here is solid. If we can get a top view on this one. There you go. Over here, you can see that Dave is completely stable over the micro. Both hands equally on the floor, very symmetrical. There you go. And then go back to the side profile. Thank you, Darwin. On the next one, hold it right there. Hold it for 10. Perfect. 9. Good. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Beautiful. We're going to go back to one wide spring, go into the Escalator Lunge number 2. Number 2 means you're going to have your right foot on the floor and left foot on the carriage. Left foot is going to be in the middle of the carriage. And we're going to slowly lunge down and out. And when we do this exercise, again, the 3 main points are the following. Number 1, the green line. The green line is the left knee over the left ankle. We want to keep the tibia vertical. Second alignment is the silver angle, which is the torso, the postural alignment. We want the posture to be vertical. And the third is the golden angle. So when we lunge down, we want to bend the left leg at a 90-degree angle. And I call this the golden angle. It's the golden angle because it's the angle at which you are fully optimizing the integration of the glute, the quad, hamstrings, inner thighs, outer thighs, and abs. Abdominals, that's right. When you do these lunges, you should feel this in abdominal muscles. Absolutely. If you're not feeling it in your abs, it means that you are leaning too far forward. Now, I don't like to lean forward. However, some of you may have to do this because the lower back is tight. You have tight psoas. You have issue with your hips. In that case, it's totally fine to lean forward. But otherwise, if you don't have any issues, you have to keep your body in a vertical position. And if you want, you can also bend the right leg. Bending the right leg will allow you to keep the torso straight. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold it at the golden angle. And we're going to go into the carriage kicks in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go down to the golden angle, Dave. Beautiful. Hold it right there. Drop the hip down for me a little bit more. Bend the right leg. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. That's it. And now we're going to kick that carriage back and forth. And essentially, the carriage kick is an isometric hold. And on that one, you really have to breathe. Channel your energy, channel your endurance, channel your inner strength really through the abdominal muscles, because you have to understand that your abs are like a battery. Because this is where you have all your power, all your strength, all your endurance comes from your abdominal muscle. So channel, and then you're going to breeze through the minute. The minute you realize is a very short time. But we need at least 1 minute of constant stimulation. In 10 seconds, you're going to keep both legs bent and do a set of pulse. In 5, 4, 3, 2, keep both legs bent, and now pulse up and down just like that. Yeah, beautiful. Nice. And then holding the stomach. And for those of you watching this video at home, first time, and you're thinking, oh, well, this movement is just so easy. There's nothing complicated. Please, I want you to come here and do a session with me. And then you will experience how easy those exercises are. Right, Dave? So easy. Because Dave does not feel a burn at all. He's an actor, actually. He's pretending. And the sweat is all props. We have a mystifier on top of him, and it's just like mystifying sweat right now. It's all fake, guys, right? 10 more seconds. Come on, Dave. Beautiful. And then we're going to go back to the skating. 5, 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Let's add another red spring. So you have 1 red and 1 yellow spring. So this is a great sequence. You know, this first sequence right here, if you want to, you can repeat this at home. You're working glutes, outer thighs, everything. So that's a great little block. By the time we're done, it'll be about 60 minutes. So if you only have 60 minutes, 70 minutes in the morning, you want a quick leg sequence, that is a great leg sequence. Love that. And I think you guys will appreciate too. Now remember, when we do the skating, you're going to put all the way back on your heels. I'm going to give Dave a pull. And then Darwin, let's get a back profile. There you go, perfect. And now you can see the knees right above the ankle, sitting all the way back, holding the stomach in, and then slowly pressing the carriage out. Now, Dave made an important distinction, you know, because one of his teacher was telling him yesterday to dig into the pads. So yes, so the number one instructions will be to just push the carriage back and forth with basically, with your leg. But if you can visualize, you want to dig both heels into the carriage and the platform, right? So the movement is really down and out. It's pushing down on the feet and out sideways. If you can imagine that direction, you actually can get way more traction in the glutes, quads, outer thighs area. So try to imagine that, kind of pushing down on your feet and out for the optimization of the muscle contraction, if you want to call it that way. In 10 seconds, Dave is going to hold both legs bent, and we're going to go into the pulse in 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep both legs bent right here and pulse. Beautiful. Nice. We're about 15 minutes into the session. Very good. Oh, yeah. But we're not done with the legs. So this is the block number 1. The second block after that is going to be express lunge, reverse kneeling in the thighs, because we had some people asking about how to integrate that exercise into a sequence. And then we have express lunge left side and reverse kneeling in the thighs left side. So that is a more advanced block right there. So this is definitely intermediate. And now we're going to go into an advanced block. Keep going, Dave. You got an extra 20 seconds. We'll do it until we turn into 16 right over here. At the 16th minute, we're going to go into express lunge. Coming up in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, express lunge. Nice. All right, so one wide spring. For the express lunge, we're going to do the right foot first. So you're going to fetch the carriage with your left foot right over here. And then you can put your right foot on the rear platform if you want to, or you can have it on the floor. You can do express lunge number 2, whatever is more comfortable. On the floor. There you go. Right here, you good? All right. So you're going to slowly lunge down and then up again. Nice. So this is the reason why I added a white spring. I realized the black spring was a little too much for the express lunge and the fifth lunge. So now we have the white spring. Now you can still do the black spring, but the white spring is going to allow you to have a better alignment. Now look, let's have a side. Let's zoom in on the side profile here on Darwin. Oh no, just zoom in on the side profile. There you go, perfect. So on that shot over here, you can see the pole right behind Dave, right? But you can see that that knee is always aligned with the pole and with the ankle, because essentially I put the pole right where the alignment is, so that would be basically the green line. You can see that the knee is staying right above the ankle, and you can never see the pole. The pole is always hidden by the tibia, and that's exactly how you're supposed to do an express lunge. This is called an express lunge number 2, or back lunge, because you have your foot on the floor. It doesn't really make a difference if you have your foot down or up. It's a slight, there's a slight difference, but not a major difference. In 10 seconds, you're gonna hold it halfway down, and we're gonna go into a Carriage Kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it right there, and now pull the left knee in and out. Oh, yeah. And that one, if you don't feel your abs, guys, it means you're leaning too far forward. If you keep the body straight, you're going to feel the abs just as much as you feel the right leg. Good. I love this variation of express lunge. I actually prefer the express lunge on the micro than on the mega. Good. Very nice. Keep going, Dave. You got it. Nice. Perfect. Let's do that for 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into the reverse giant bear. I just added this the last minute. I'm kind of going off script on that one, but I got inspired from Dave. We'll do a quick reverse giant bear with both hands on the floor, both feet on the carriage in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Yep. So both feet are going to be on the carriage, underneath the strap if you want to. You only have one wide spring, so the strap should not be an issue. And then move your hands out a little bit further away from the micro. There you go. Stay right there. And now pull your knees to your chest. There you go. Nice. I like that. Go ahead and keep the hips perfectly, land the shoulders though. Don't raise the hips. Bring the hips down a little bit more for me, please. There you go. That's it. Much better. There you go. Just like that. Nice. If you want to add a push-up, be my guest. So someone asked me how I use the micro at home. So it's going to be one of the exercises that I want to show. I love that sequence of the reverse giant bear and the push-up. It's fantastic. There you go. That right here is a phenomenal move. Absolutely gorgeous. Very nice. Give me 20 more seconds, and then we're going to go into the reverse kneeling inner thighs. Right foot on the rear platform, left foot on the carriage. In 5, come on, Dave, you got it. 4, use your inner strength. 3, you got this. 2, all right, beautiful. Woo! All right, keep that one wide spring. Right knee, left knee, facing the brick wall. So turn around. I forgot to bring some dumbbells. If you guys have some dumbbells at home, this is a great exercise to integrate the dumbbells with. So on this one, on your knees, using the wide spring, just move the carriage back and forth. You can do this exercise standing up, but it's going to be harder. Why it's going to be harder? Because you are intrinsically weaker standing than you are on your knees. So this is actually, I think, a better exercise. If you're not accustomed to do standing inner thighs or kneeling inner thighs, and you're doing the reverse kneeling inner thighs, do it on your knees, not standing. So here you can have your hands up. If you have dumbbells, when you move the carriage out, you can do a shoulder press, you can do a lateral raise, you can do a bicep, you can do a front raise, right? I mean, there are just all kinds of exercise that you can incorporate as you move the carriage back and forth, right? Push, all that stuff. So we're going to show you, we'll show you every single, anyway, variations possible on the exercise list. But for today, yeah, let's do that. Keep your arms up and then move the carriage back and forth. What I really want you to focus is really the inner thigh work on this one. Tightening the glutes. Beautiful. Nice. And on this, because you have the tension, I want the tension to help you to guide you to really open those inner thighs. Nice. Keep going. 5, that's it. 4, good. 3, 2. All right, Dave, let's go into express lunge, left leg. So now you're going to put your left foot on the floor. Yep. Right foot. There you go. And then slowly lunge down. And then back up. And I think this is the first time that Dave is doing the express lunge on the micro, right? Yes. So it does take a couple times to figure out the balance. Usually you can get with the knee on the right knee on the platform, and then you kind of stand from there. All right, so here we're going to keep the left knee right above the left ankle, right leg straight, hips and shoulders square, chin up, slowly lunging down, keeping the torso completely vertical, left knee over the ankle, going down to the golden angle. Same thing over here, you can actually bend the right leg a little bit. If you bend the right leg a little bit, you're going to be able to go a little deeper in your range of motion with your left leg, so it's going to be easier to do the golden angle. There you go, just like that. Nice. Perfect. So on the front of the micro, when you work with a light spring, the spring is helping you against gravity. But on the back of the micro, when you do the same exercise, you are now working against the spring. So the back is great for intermediate and advanced people. The front is great for beginners. But also the front allows you to really work on your range of motion, really get the balance that you can apply on the back end against the tension. So the micro is truly an infinite potential. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to hold it halfway down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it halfway down right there and move the right knee back and forth. Beautiful. That's it. Try to drop that hip down for me a little bit more. Go a little deeper in that movement right there. Yes. Holding that stomach in. Perfect. Beautiful, Dave. Nice. How about you at home, guys? What do you think? Yeah, I think you like that routine, right? Yes. Very nice. Holding the stomach in. Pulling from that knee. Beautiful. Good. Keep going, Dave. Nice. Give me 10 more seconds, brother. And then we're going to go into the reverse kneeling inner thighs facing the audience in 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to put both knees on the carriage. There you go. There you are. Don't worry about that. Left knee, right knee. Hands on the hips, and then slowly move the carriage back and forth. Nice. Excellent. There you go. So guys don't really work on the inner thighs, myself included, and that is a terrible mistake because you need the inner thighs to actually operate hips, glutes, abs, lower back, everything. So sometimes you have lingering pains in your lower back, and that's because your glutes and inner thighs are not strong enough. That's right. Most guys will spend time strengthening the upper body and never strengthening the lower body, and then those imbalances will create this kind of pain, this discomfort in the lower area, sometime in the hips, sometime in the lower back, and you can easily remedy this just by doing a set of inner thighs and lunge and inner thighs. So not only you're strengthening the legs, you're working the legs in its proper anatomy actually with those exercises, but you can also get rid of little pains like that. So this is a great exercise. And like I say, if the inner thighs bore you, just add some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, grab a couple cans of green beans or whatever, maybe 2 jugs of milk, whatever, and then you can just add some more resistance to this workout. Dave, you're doing fantastic. It's almost a crime to get you out of this exercise, brother. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so the next one, we're going to shift gear. We're going to go into the obliques. We're going to go to the kneeling torso twist. For the kneeling torso twist, actually, we're going to use the micro pulley cables for that one. And then we're going to work on the right side first. So for the right side, we're going to be facing this way. I'm going to put these 2 pads in front of 1 and 2. Dave, you're going to grab that handle. And then I'm going to put a black and a white spring for you. There you go. So you're going to be on your knees. You're going to start your hands in front of your chest. And you're going to slowly rotate to your left. But then, unlike the Microformer on this one, you can rotate all the way to the right as well. Okay, perfect. And then on this one, Darwin, I'm going to need 2 spots. I'm going to need a top view and a back profile. If you can. Yeah, so you may have to adjust the pad a little bit. Yeah, so you have to be in that perfect position. There you go. Nice, there you go. So on the top view over here, you can see that Dave's legs are not moving. And you can also look at where he's putting this. Perfect, thank you, Darby. Is also, you can see that Dave has positioned the pad right in front of 1 and 2 and then further out. The position, your body position on the floor is going to be different depending on your size and also your strength. Okay, so the more to the left of the screen you are, the harder it's going to be because you're going to pull the carriage further out. If Dave is moving to the right side of the screen, it's going to be easier because he's not going to move the carriage as far out. As far as how forward, how close it should be to the micro, that has to do with his height. So if you're a little smaller, you might be closer. If you're a little taller than Dave, you might want to be further back. And Dave, again, is about 6'2" over here. 6'1", sorry. I made him an inch taller. Well, you're going to be 6'2" at the end of the session. There you go. And plus, we can always lie about a height, an extra inch. Nobody's going to know. Oh, you were 5'11" before that. Excellent. All right, 10 more seconds on this one. So the kneeling torso twist, easy to be done for a couple minutes. Here we do about 1 minute and 40 seconds. And then we're going to go into the twister right side in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, go down to 1 white spring. How was the black and the white spring, by the way? Was it okay? Okay. If it's not enough, next one we'll use 2 black spring. Twister, yep. Twist on the front. Right side, so you're going to be turning facing the audience. Left foot in the back, right foot in the front. There you go. So the twister, is an interesting move. I think a lot of people do not know how to do this axe properly. I will shoot it myself and then show you how to do it. But look at what Dave is doing, okay? So he's keeping his head and his shoulders perfectly aligned with the front platform. And then over here, he's twisting his hips to the side a little bit. And that little twist there is what engages the obliques. And you can feel it. I have my hands on his oblique and you can feel all those muscles working. There you go. And you're not supposed to move the carriage all the way in on this exercise. So halfway in, halfway out. It's kind of doing a twisted side elevated plank. You know, some of you won't understand what I say. Good. Now the twister on the Mini Pro is amazing because with that platform that comes up, that actually makes you even more unstable, and that augments the core aspect of the workout. 10 more seconds, Dave, and then we're going to go into a catfish in 5, 4, 3, 2. So stay right there. That's it. Keep both feet in the middle of the carriage on your toes. Catfish. This is more like a mini catfish because on the Microformer, of course, the handles sit a little higher. And then when you do this exercise, make sure you kind of drop the hips down a little bit more. I just drop the pull and then bring the hips down right there. That's it. Stay right there and then move your knees back and forth. So again, you're looking for this position to be maintained for 1 minute, right? So the back is going to be in a neutral position, but it should stay in a tabletop position. And again, here, if you want to add a push-up, go for it. You can push your carriage out, bend those arms, and as soon as you add the movement of the push-up, you just transform the exercise. And you don't need to push, you do the push-ups all the time. You do one push-up, and it activates different muscles now. Oh, yeah, especially if you go deep like that. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to go into the twister left side. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the carriage in. Keep your hands on the bar. Right foot goes in the back, left foot goes in the front. Hold the leg straight. And then slowly move the carriage out. Bring the carriage in. Perfect. Nice. Excellent. Just like that. Beautiful. Always making sure to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Never shrug the shoulders up. Keeping the shoulders down. Very nice. And then I'm going to set up Dave for the next exercise, which is going to be the kneeling torso twist left. And then at home, you know, those inflatable pads are great because they actually make you a little bit more unstable, so they will activate a little bit more the core. But you can also use a yoga mat, you can use pillows, you can use whatever you want. Very nice. Ten more seconds. And then we're going to go back to a black and a white spring and go into the kneeling torso twist left side in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so keep one black, one white spring. Perfect. And then we're going to... Oh, yeah. Hang on, so I'm going to keep one black spring for you. There you go. Well, that's why I made them. I made mine square because I actually haven't talked about why I made the inflatable pads square, because I've been playing with a bunch and I don't like the round inflatable pad. It's just too unstable. So the square one is actually a little easier to stabilize because you're supposed to stand on this when you do lunges. That's why I create those inflatable pad. You can kneel, of course, but also add a little bit of traction against the floor. So I really like these ones. Yeah, so we make those inflatable pads where the design and the properties of the inflatable pads are things that I decided because based on what I saw out there in the marketplace. So I really enjoy those ones. I'm thinking about making a bigger one too. Oh yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I bought a bunch before I started to make that one and see what I like and I didn't like. Very nice. So this is a great exercise for your waist. Same thing. This is a great exercise you can do any day, anytime, any hour. You don't need any warm-up. You wake up in the morning and you want to do an oblique exercise. You want to work on your waist. You want to awaken those muscle fibers. Here is a great exercise you can do right by there in comfort of your own home. That's it. If you have more time, you can add a side plank. You can add a side sweep. The twister is a perfect exercise, but if you don't have the handles, go into a hammerhead, a sea serpent, riverside sweep. You know, there's literally hundreds of side plank exercises you can do on this, the micro. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to attach the other cables, and we're going to go into the chest opener in 5, 4, good, 3, 2. All right, beautiful, Dave. Okay, so now we're going to attach both. We're going to go to the chest opener. So for these micro cables, I attach the handles and the foot strap, right? Because you're going to see we're going to need those. So for the chest opener, I'm going to put 2 black spring, and if it's too much, let me know. And then you're going to kneel on the back of the micro over here. And yes, you're going to grab those pads again. You can also kneel on the rear platform if you want to. So you can have a choice. You have a choice of kneeling behind the micro or on the rear platform. Either way is fine. It's whatever is more comfortable. There you go. So right here what Dave is doing, opening up his chest and then slowly moving his arm back and forth. This is a small range of motion, really opening up the chest. And then you can do it several ways. You can do it with your palms facing back, okay, no problem. You can have your palms facing forward, and that's usually allows you to open the chest a little bit more. Or you can just rotate your hands, and also like this one, where you start with your knuckles facing forward and then your knuckles facing back, right? So I like both directions, so whatever feels more comfortable. And as far as the sitting position, you can kneel on the pads or kneel on the rear platform. Either ways are good. Now, I love the chest opener. The chest opener is a fantastic exercise, not only for the real delts, you know, but it's a great exercise for your thoracics over here, because look at me, from years of bodybuilding, how back my round is, you know, how round my back is. So this kind of really helps to correct that, and you really strengthen those muscles over here, and it feels incredibly good. And there's a lot of exercise you can do in this position, including your newspaper and, you know, all your other versions of the chest opener, the arms out. All right, in 10 seconds, Dave, you're going to lean forward and we're going to go into sexy back. I love sexy back, and I love sexy back on the micro with the micro cables. You're going to look at this. It's fantastic. So 5, 4, 3, 2, lean forward, bring your elbows up, and then slowly extend back and forth. There you go. And look at that alignment. So Dave's body is in a zigzag, which is supposed to be. And look at the position of the elbows. The position of the elbows are beautiful, Darwin. Love that. Stay right there. Yes. Look at the elbows. They are stationary. The elbows are not moving up and down. They're not moving out and in. Dave is clipping his elbow next to his body. Bring the shoulders back. And then same thing over here. Look at the hands. You can rotate your hands back. You can keep your hands forward, facing back. Again, same thing as we did for the chest opener. You can work through the rotation of the elbows if you want to. So if you feel like one particular position is bothering you, try a different hand position. Now, something I forgot to tell you, whenever you hold the handles in your hands, you're supposed to hold the handles with all the fingers, not just your favorite fingers, right? Grab the handles with all the fingers. And by the way, Dave is holding now no, this is not the one you were holding on before, the new prototype handles. I got some new prototype handles over here that I'm trying with basically a different material and also a bigger diameter. We're always tweaking things here at Lagree Fitness because it's just fun to just make it better. Even making a cable longer, even making a handle a little thicker, changing the material. Little by little, we are fine-tuning the method, fine-tuning the machine so that it really feels good on the joint, feels good on the muscles, and you guys can have a phenomenal time working out, because we want you to enjoy every single workout you do, because otherwise what's the point, right? You gotta fall in love with exercise. Look at those triceps. Look at Dave's triceps and shoulders. Love this exercise. So this is also called, in the bodybuilding world, this is called a Tricep Kickback, and bring your shoulder blades together. And this is the #1 rated tricep exercise because it targets 100% of the triceps in that position. Oh yeah, all right. We have last one for the tricep, which is the tricep overhead extension in 5, 4, 3, 2. So Dave, you can sit on the pad, you can sit on the platform. I think we have 2 black springs for this one. If it's 2, oh, and then we're not going to use those handles actually for that one. Drop them, yep. We're going to use the micro pulley cables. So we're going to use these handles, and you're going to see why in a second. And for that one, I'm going to just take off 1 black spring. There you go. Yeah. So back straight, and then triceps. And if you want to, you can sit on the platform. I think that's what you did earlier. That was working a bit better. There you go. So here, sitting right on the edge. There you go. Tricep extension. Love that one. Perfect. So now Dave is using the micro pulley cables, and that feels very smooth. And I cannot wait to show you the new accessory for the micro, which is the door mount, where you can actually mount your micro on a door to do vertical exercise with the pulleys. And the tricep extension on that one, when you push down, it's amazing. The tricep pull down is just amazing. Good. Because here you're working with 2 systems, right? You have the cables to the back straight, and you have the spring, and the 2 together, cables and spring, is so smooth. Absolutely love it. We're going to show you a biceps exercise. If you like to do biceps, this is the best bicep exercise. It's worth to buy this entire machine just for that one movement. I do too, and it's just amazing. Keep going. You feel that burn there? Good. How's that black spring, okay? And remember, this is not about muscling it, right? You want to work through the range of motion, because in Lagree, we have to consider the joints. You cannot ignore the joints when you work out. You have to do every exercise has to be good on the joint, has to be good on your posture. Otherwise, you're just going to pay for that later. So let's do it right from the start. 10 more seconds, and then you're going to turn around, Dave. We're going to go into the biceps, standing biceps in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. For the standing biceps, we're going to have a red and a white spring. And if it's too much, not enough, you let me know. Okay. So well, I want to take this one out. Perfect. So go ahead and stand on the platform on that one. There you go. So when you start to use a lot of weight, you have to stand on a platform, otherwise the whole platform is going to come up with you. How's the tension here? Good? All right. Let's zoom in the biceps, maestro. There you go. And on that one day, what I want you to do is I want you to kind of stick your butt out a little bit more. There you go. And kind of the elbows dropping forward a bit more. There you go. Perfect. Nice. Excellent. So this is super smooth. And you can feel the progressive, the variable tension as you slowly lift your hands to your shoulders. It feels amazing. And right now, Dave is working against, I think it's against 70 pounds of tension. So he goes from 0 to 70 pounds of tension. This is the range, right? As the carriage moves out toward him, the tension goes from 0 to 70 pounds. Amazing. And that allows you, that range in the tension allows you to keep completely control over the exercise. That means you don't have to cheat in order to get the stimulation. Love it. How's that? It's good, huh? And it just feels so good. Excellent. Keep going. Is this camera working? Okay. Okay, go ahead, Dave. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh? Nice. So it's got those handles hooked up to the cables over here, so it's super smooth, right? And now you're stretching the springs. So when the carriage starts to go out from 1, 2, 3, the tension augments exponentially right over here. because that's how the biceps work. Nice. So he's never going to hurt himself because in his weaker range of motion, he gets less resistance, and in his stronger range of motion, he gets more tension. And that allows him to stay in that movement much longer than if he was using just weight. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to drop those cables. We're going to go into the tailbone biceps in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I know. You could do that all day long, right? They feel good. Okay, so now you're going to sit on the pad, or you can sit on the floor. You're going to put both feet underneath the strap on the rear platform. You're going to grab on, and you don't have to sit on the pads if you feel if they feel too wobbly. There you go. So now we're going to keep the same amount of tension, one red, one white. And this is called the tailbone bicep. So when you do this on the Microformer, you are sitting on the carriage itself, and then you're moving with the carriage. So when your body is moving the carriage, you're going to feel more core activation. Activation, that's the word I've been looking for literally for over a month now. So you're going to get more core activation when you do this on the Mega or on the Mini Pro or on the Mini, because you can do this exercise sitting on the carriage. On the Micro, at 6'1", you cannot sit on the carriage. So you have to do this exercise sitting on the floor. A way you can recapture the core activation is by sitting on the Boceu ball or an instability or an unstable pad like Dave is doing right now. So this workout is working biceps. This exercise is working biceps, abs, and Dave is also actively pulling on the strap to just keep his body completely stable. There you go. Nice. 10 more seconds, Dave. We are almost done with the workout. We're about 46 minutes into it. We're actually doing a little longer than I thought, but Dave's actually moving very good. And then we're going to go into the knee strap crunch in 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay right here, brother. You're gonna put your butt against the rear platform, lay flat on your back, and then you can put this. You can rest your head on the pad if you want to. So we're gonna put these foot straps around the knees. Remember that one. So this is a great exercise we do on the Microformer, on the Mini Pro. You lay flat on your back, hands behind your neck. Dave is gonna lift his knee up, and that's all he's gonna do. He's not gonna move his legs. He's gonna keep his leg up, right here. That's it. And he's going to bring his chest to his knees. There you go. So again, here there's less core activation because Dave is not sitting on the carriage. And on the carriage, you could actually also pull your knees and you're going to get some movement on the carriage. There you go. And if you want to, Dave, on this one, as you bring your chest to your knees, you can slowly bring your knees to your chest a little bit and get those lower abs as well. There you go, right there. Good. Perfect. Just like that. Oh, yeah. It's a good one, huh? Nice. Excellent. Good. So this is a great shot over here, working abs. I'm telling you guys, if you have a little bit of imagination, what you can do with this setup is unlimited. We have a ramp coming up for the Micro, but you could use an Apple box. You could use some bricks. You could use 2x4s to just lift the Micro up. We're going to create all these accessories for you if you want to buy them, but you can use common tools you have, common elements that you have at home, right? And you can make the workout a little bit more difficult. And we are going to show you how you can integrate common items you find in any house with the Micro for an even better workout. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to finish with one of my favorite exercises called the giant wheelbarrow, which I haven't taught in a long time. And then we'll do it in 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go. And I love to work out with Dave because Dave is like the Terminator. He can go on and on and on and on and on. All right, Dave, this is the last one. What do you want for the giant wheelbarrow? You want a white or black spring? Huh? Black. There you go. You can do it. Knees over here, hands on the carriage. So knees on the platform, hands on the carriage. Dave is going to go into the blue line. So the blue line refers to the alignment of the torso, which is a straight line. and he's moving the carriage back and forth. And again, here, this is a great exercise. And if we could have a small window, small screen with the top view, Darwin, I want to show you something. There you go. You can keep it right if you want to. So look at the carriage itself. You see the ring of fire? You see where Dave has his hand on the ring of fire? You can have your hands wherever you want on that ring of fire. So you can have your hands further out, further up, on the corners, and then you can actually decide what is the best position for your hand, so that we minimize the stress on the wrist, we minimize the stress on the connective tissues, and we can really feel this in the triceps, in the shoulders, in the lats, and we can really focus on the muscular contraction. And that's really why making all these different machines with different anchoring points, different adjustments, so that we can find that movement that you can really feel in the muscle, but not in the connective tissues, not in the spine, not in your joints, because you shouldn't have. All right, give me 15 more seconds and we'll finish the child pose and you are done. And that will be in a 50-minute workout. In 5, 4, 3, 2, sit on your heels. Child pose right there. Yeah, keep your hands on the carriage. There you go. Nice. All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining us. So this was a 50-minute workout on the micro using pretty much every accessories we have available. And this was a full body workout. If you have any questions, recommendations, suggestions, blah, 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 please email us, or there's a new tab on your setting called Ask Seb. You can ask me any questions. If you want to come and participate here, if you want to be one of our models, please let us know. We are shooting every day, and it'll be a pleasure to have you. And you can show the world what you can do. Dave, how you feel, man? Good? You like that workout today? Yeah, he wants to take a day off. Okay, but I think people enjoy watching Dave too. So you can't get out that easy. All right, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.